Alrighty, everybody, what is going on? Welcome back to another CYPRX Wealth 28 Club podcast. Today, we are going to be diving into the future of AI agents and DeFi developments on the XRP ledger with two very special guests. We've got Matt from Buildx and Lewis from Meowrp. Now, Buildx, if you guys do not know already, is an advanced trading and analytics platform offering real-time data, AI-driven predictions, and precision trading tools for traders at every single level, which is extremely exciting, especially if you are a new investor into this space. Meanwhile, Meowrp is a community-driven token on the XRP ledger aiming to evolve into a sentient AI agent that provides real-time insights into ledger activity. So let's jump in. What's going on, gentlemen? Mr. Aqua, I'll set the stage with you first. Kev, what's going on? So glad to be here with you guys, and then we'll pass it over to Matt and Lewis. What's up, guys?
Yes, sir. Yeah, super happy to have you guys on. I cannot wait to dive into these questions and just better understand this AI agent Meowrp and this platform Buildx that sits on top of the XRPL. So, like, what an amazing time to be tapped in with you guys. Can't wait to jump in. Kevin.
Oh man, I'm excited to be here, man. I'm waiting to see the opportunities that we can use these AI agents for DeFi opportunities. So I'm stoked. I can't wait. I can't wait to hear what these agents are going to be able to do in the future, or in the near future.
Yeah, for sure. Matt, man, if you just kind of want to introduce yourself first, you are, if I'm not mistaken, a dev for Meowrp. Just kind of introduce yourself, or just talk to the people with, what it is that you're bringing to the table, man.
My name's Matt. I'm the dev and founder of Buildx.
Sorry, Buildx, yeah.
My background, I'm ex-military. I served 7 years in the Royal Air Force. I'm a chef by trade. I've been chefing for 23 years. We used to own a hotel. COVID kind of took control, smashed our business apart. I got into crypto. I was in Solana for quite a while. I tried to bring on developers and get the developers to do the work. They just kept rugging me. So I decided to learn to code myself. I then stumbled across XRP and turned my skills to XRP. And we're now here.
Outstanding, man. Awesome. Lewis, man, go ahead, take it away. Introduce to the people who you are and what it is you're bringing to the table, brother.
Yeah, certainly. I'm Lewis. I've been pretty much into blockchain for, since I believe the very last end of the last bull run. It was all new to me, and I kind of got into it with Avalanche. And this is where, I got involved with some DeFi. I learned some DeFi. There's a whole bunch of different tools and everything that, essentially got me started. And then into that bear market, there's several, different projects and everything that I got into, just understanding the overall layout. And then during this, like the beginning of this bull run, or whenever virtuals really came out, I started getting into the base blockchain, Ethereum, Arbitrum, and all that good stuff. And the virtuals really interested me. And I started seeing, the capabilities and taking a look at what these AI agents are, really capable of, and the kind of DeFi that they're bringing to the table, and just the kind of overall portfolio management that some of these projects are able to do. So after exploring a little bit on virtuals and really getting a deep understanding of the capacity of these AI agents and what they're capable of doing, what we're able to code them to do, train them to do, and to the extent of the actual functionality of these things, it blew my mind. And I was really excited. And then I started exploring away from there, and I went onto the XRPL chain. It had recently, broken through that $1.50 mark, and that right there, that was my moment. Hey, take a look at this chain. There's something heating up. There's there's a lot going on, and there's no reason why it would break through some of these levels without some major, steam coming up in there.
Yeah. We talked about this kind of offline, just to back what you're saying, just about DeFi developments. And I honestly think that that is why we've seen increased adoption and price uptick on the digital asset XRP, is primarily because the TVL on the XRPL over the past, like, let's just say year, looking back, starting to be the beginning of last year, scaled from minor millions to over, I think it's sitting at about $84 million as of time of recording. When we started talking about DeFi and things of that nature, AMM features and liquidity pools on the XRPL, the DeFi ecosystem was sitting at about $7 to $8 million. And we've been telling people that that's going to scale significantly because these opportunities to XRP holders have not been readily available like they have been to other ecosystems like ETH or Solana, so on and so forth, over the past consecutive couple of years. And that is now all being unlocked for the first time ever. I do want to get your guys' opinion because you mentioned virtuals just a second ago. Before I give the floor to Aqua, we have a really long list and good talking points that have questions to go over, just to kind of give the audience a perspective of what you guys are doing with your projects and whatnot. But just to kind of set the floor and set the tone, you mentioned virtuals. Aqua and Kev have both put me onto AI agents in the past consecutive couple of months, and Aqua shared a video breakdown of an individual representative from virtuals. I don't know the credentials that the guy has or what role he plays in the virtuals ecosystem, but he talked about how in the future, not only are AI agents going to supersede the human population, but that they're going to eventually build an entire country that lives digitally on chain, and they're going to transact with each other. They're going to, they're going to pretty much have a whole entire brand new payment infrastructure behind the scenes that is ran by artificial intelligence. So I kind of want to get your guys' perspective as to why you think it's so important for people to be paying attention to these developments, or to even start to think about educating themselves on AI agents and DeFi, and think about integrating these things into their everyday life or into their trading or investing strategies. I'll let Aqua kind of give his perspective first, and then we'll pass it back to you guys just to kind of get the ball rolling while we have people rolling in. We're almost at 500 live listeners, so shout out to you guys. We do appreciate the love and the support, and thank you guys so much for tapping in. Aqua, what's your perspective on the future? Why should people be paying attention right now to AI agent developments?
Because of I mean, there's so many reasons. There's a slew of reasons. I look at these AI agents as perfection extensions of ourselves, and we're able to be in multiple places at once. So, like, how amazing is it to have an AI agent running an entire portfolio for you? If it reaches a certain number, then it takes profits, right? Or you know what I mean? You can program these things to do pretty much whatever you program it to do, and it's going to do it no matter what you're doing. So, like, these AI agents, when used properly, are not also going to make us profitable, but it's going to give us more free time to live our life. You know what I mean? Because they're taking care of everything. You know what I mean? Like, I can't wait to jump in to hear more about Meowrp and exactly what Meowrp is going to be doing. But, like, they got AI agents that are musicians that are dropping albums on Spotify. They got other agents that is basically your travel agent. You can say, hey, I want to go to Tulum at the end of February. I don't want any late flights. And I want to spend 4 days, and be sure to get me a really nice Airbnb with X, Y, and Z. And that AI agent is going to go and do just that for you. So it's just like, if you're not tapping into these, you're not utilizing the tech to simplify your life. And how consistent these AI agents are going to be, it's going to be tough as a human being to compete with these AI agents. Let's face it. You know what I mean? So if these guys are way more consistent, they don't get sick, they don't get emotional, like, that's going to be hard to beat. You know what I mean? They don't go on vacation. They work 24/7 for you. So yeah, I'll hand it over to you, Lewis, and hear your take on it. And then I'll jump into the questions after Matt goes as well. But yeah.
Yeah. So CYPRX, can you just reiterate the beginning of the question again?
Yeah, sure. No worries, man. And I'll also capitalize too on something that Aqua said, because he talked about competitiveness. The question was just, why do you think the normal people any average day individual listening to this conversation, because we're all normal people here, should start to incorporate AI agents into their daily life, or just if they're not going to do that, right? Because again, there is a complexity still to it, where sometimes the user interface and there's a learning curve to actually implementing these things, but at least at a minimum, start getting educated why it's important for people to start to do so while we're in this early stage of adoption. To answer that question before you give your opinion, just to capitalize on what Aqua said while it's fresh, he said something about competitiveness. We have to understand that once one large institution or one retail participant incorporates AI agents into their trading regime or investing regime, that's what you're going to be competing against. And so we're at the tipping point right now where, you know, if you want to remain relevant in the long term, you're going to need to remain competitive, and that's going to require that you adopt the latest tech, that you integrate the latest trading strategies, that you adapt to the latest platforms that give you the best advantages to make money in this space. Okay, and that is trading agents, AI agents, DeFi integration with all of these new systems, and it's happening right now behind the scenes, and we're so early. So yeah, that's just the question. Just, you know, why should the normal everyday average person start to pay attention to this stuff right now?
Yeah, absolutely amazing question. So for the basic person, normal person, why you should be interested in AI. First of all, this industry moves faster than any other industry that has ever come across and touched the United States. Period. Two, the United States new presidency wants to be the number one in this space. So that means that there is going to be tons of institutional investments into this technology and advancing it in all fronts. We're talking healthcare, we're talking financials, we're talking manufacturing, we're talking every single aspect will be touched by an AI agent at some point in time, whether it's analyzing the industry as a whole and given overall industry stats, whether it's digging into your business, or whether it's actually even having your accountant be there doing your bookkeeping for you, your expense reports. How important is that for a small business? You don't even have to be a big business in order for this AI technology tool to have a direct impact on, one, your pockets, two, your livelihood, and three, your environment around you. So that's why I think it's super important. Not that you need to understand every single aspect of what AI agents can do and what each and every single AI agent can do, but I think it's very important to understand as a whole where this technology is going and the impact and the importance that it has within the United States and where we're going into the next phase.
I agree 110%. And again, that just kind of piles onto the competitiveness. Imagine yourself in 2030 not having learned how to integrate AI agents into your everyday life when other people are. Like, it's sad to say, but there's going to be a very large onset of people, just like in every other industrial revolution, that fall behind. I'm a big advocate of trying to wake people up to see that if they don't move with the changing tides, they're going to be part of the individual group, because there is going to be a very large percentage of the population that doesn't catch on to this stuff until it's too late. Like you said, the financial institutions come on board. You don't want to come into this space after the financial institutions ramp up the price valuations of these AI agents and these digital assets, because a lot of people are going to get priced out. Just as an example, Bitcoin trading at well over $100,000. The every average day individual does not have $100,000 of liquid capital to go and buy one Bitcoin. They're priced out. They're priced out from ever owning one full entire Bitcoin. And the same thing is going to happen across multiple different chains, multiple different digital assets, and multiple different AI agents. One other thing that I'll say is something that myself and Aqua have caught on is that these AI agents are, in a sense, starting to require payments, so that way you can access the solutions that they offer. For example, Griffin, just as an example, on Solana, it requires that you pay it to Solana to access the platform and all the features that it offers. Well, what if Solana trading right now at what, 200 some odd dollars for one Solana? That is about $500 to access the platform. What if in the future Solana goes to $1,000 per coin? Then it's going to cost the everyday average individual to access Griffin and all the solutions $2,000. And most people, again, don't just have $2,000 laying around to competitively use all the features Griffin offers. So that's like, it's a perfect time to wake up. Matt, if you want to go ahead and give your input, I'd love to hear your opinion on why people should fixate their attention on AI agents.
It's mad the speed it's going. So over here in the UK, we've got announcements happening about the National Health Service using AI to diagnose patients and deal with the paperwork and the admin side of it, and that's being spurred on by what's happening in other countries. So we're trying to catch up and play catch up to the US, and now you've got Donald Trump stepping in, and he's bringing Sam Altman up to talk about AGI, which is another leap with artificial general intelligence. So that's just taking it to a whole new level. It's mind-boggling, the stuff that's happening. I've been on TikTok an awful lot recently because I've been doing a lot of coding, but I was sat waiting to pick my wife up from shopping today, and I jumped on TikTok just to have a look, and just every other post, it was about AI agents, AI this, AI that. So there's people out there shouting about it, but the retail users aren't listening. I think it's skepticism, maybe, unsure what's going to happen, but it's going to be like a steamroller coming through the whole world. It's mad.
I've noticed there's a very big distraction happening right now where what you see on social media isn't the finely tuned details that's happening behind the scenes. I think a lot of people are having a hard time comprehending the fact that some of the largest organizations that they know and love and use every single day are integrating AI agents in particular into their backend system. Like, for example, if you have a Visa or a MasterCard, right? Most likely, vast majority of the population has a plastic card in their pocket with a digital chip that allows them to interact with the financial system. Well, both Visa and MasterCard, I use those as an example because most listeners know what those two platforms are. They are both integrating heavily AI agents and crypto into their backend system right now. And you don't care when you go to Starbucks and swipe your payment card or your debit card or whatever and buy your coffee. You don't care what happens in the backend system. You just hope that you get your coffee at the end of the transaction. Well, right now we have the opportunity to capitalize on that backend system changing hands and capitalizing from investments into that new technology that's about to change that whole entire backend system. Okay. And that's massive because it's trillions. It'll start at billions, scale to trillions, and then, hopefully in the near future, maybe 20, 30 years from now, scale into the quadrillions when everything comes on chain. That is going to take time, but in the meantime, there's going to be such massive opportunities for life-changing wealth for normal everyday people that tap into this stuff. So yeah, beautiful responses from you guys. Aqua, if you kind of want to take it away. I know, Kev, we kind of have beat the dead horse. I don't know if you had anything you wanted to add to that. We got you sitting here, Kev.
You guys are good. You guys are hitting all the points, so I'm just enjoying it. I'll add anything if I hear
just the
anything.
transparency that's coming as well with AI agents and blockchain. There's going to be no bullshitting. There's going to be no lying. Like everything is going to be like, I could imagine they're going to have AI agent and like investigators, you know what I mean? That you can hire to go and investigate if your spouse is cheating on you or something, right? Like there's going to be no getting away with shit in the future. All right. So, but let's just jump into it. For everyone that's tapping in right now, let's gain a better understanding of what Buildx is and the Meowrp AI agent. How does it all come together, and what inspired you guys to create both of these projects?
Perfect. Matt, if you want to go ahead and take over the Buildx front, and then I'll go ahead and explain exactly how Meowrp came about, And then I think it'll be a good way to marry the two at the end after me and you go. So go ahead.
So Buildx was a pleasant accident. I was in the process of merging from Solana over to XRP, and obviously on Solana you had pump.fun, and I was going into these trades and I was getting absolutely wrecked, and I was just getting frustrated with it. So I was putting money in, go make a coffee, come back, my money's gone. And it's just like, wow. Didn't even say thank you or anything, it's just taken. So I thought, how can I build something that's going to be looking at the patterns of these people setting the tokens up? Is there a pattern in the wallet that's being used? Have they done it before? And starting to go down that little rabbit hole. So I started building an analytics platform that would give me a hot or not score. Is that wallet worthy to go into? Has it got people on there that have traded in their previous tokens, and have they been successful? Have they drawn the money out within the first few seconds of it launching, etc.? So I started building this analytics dashboard, and I stumbled across XRP. Obviously I knew what XRP was, but I didn't realize how deep the ecosystem went. So I kind of aped in with everything I had. I was bouncing around looking at different X apps and trying to experiment and do things, and I stumbled across XP Market, and I saw that they had a meme creator section, so I just assumed it was somewhat like pump.fun. So I decided to set up a token called Buildx. I put it in there, put all the details in, paid my XRP to launch it, not actually reading the fine print, just being totally impulsive, put it in there. And I was sat there thinking, why have I got no tokens? Well, anyway, when I went back and reread it, it was you get your tokens 24 hours after the token launches, which I thought, oh, that's pretty cool, because then that means I've got to wait 24 hours to rug everybody if I wanted to. It was like, some people might forget about it and go back to the day-to-day life, so I might not get rugged if I use this platform personally. So I launched a token, I got my 24 hours had lapsed, I got my tokens. I didn't even set any socials up on the page or anything. It was literally just bare bones, set a token up, and I'll just figure the rest out later. So I set a Telegram up and got XP Market to update the site, so it had the Telegram in there at least. And then these people just started flowing into it and asking questions, and it was like a rabbit in the headlamps. In all fairness, it was a big shock. Everybody was really supportive. I was telling them what I've been building, what I'm bringing over to XRPL. But I made an announcement. I was going to do a 350 million token giveaway on Christmas Day. But as the token started to pick up, if I dropped 350 million tokens, it would have just got flawed and everybody would have just been wrecked. So the community voted and said, look, don't do it that way. We'll do a smaller airdrop, and then we'll just put the rest into marketing and community and build the community up, which then led on to our main part of Buildx, which is the airdrop system. As you're aware, XRP, you need to have your trust line set up to be able to receive tokens. So to try and get people to set the trust line up for Buildx, we had to go and shout about it, but I had no way of actually delivering the airdrop. So I went and built it in 3 days, a full airdrop system for XRPL, and delivered on Christmas Day an airdrop to, I think it was just over 1,000 people, 1,000 wallets on Christmas Day. And that's what's kind of ballooned from there. So
I really like that. Just to cap on what you said, because Aqua, you were muted there.
Yeah, my bad.
It's just something that I gravitated towards that I really like, because I've been a participant in this space since 2016. Is that you mentioned not rugging your community, which is phenomenal, right? I mean, that's something that a lot of people want to hear if they're part of a community that they can, have somebody that's in the back end system that's not going to rug them, that doesn't have those intentions, that you had that opportunity to, but you chose a different route, which is powerful, right? So I thought that I just capitalized on that. Aqua, I don't know if you had something to input there.
Yeah, I had a question too. So just to really get the listeners to understand the Buildx platform. So the Buildx platform can facilitate airdrops, and then it also has analytics of 40,000 different wallets and counting, I'm guessing. Like that number is going to be going up in time. And you're looking at what wallets are doing the best profitable moves, right? Am I
Yeah, yes and no. Simplistic, yes. No, it's a lot. There's a lot more to it than that. So,
okay?
Imagine us being like non-invasive. So we are generating snapshots because we need to get a snapshot of that token to be able to do an airdrop too. So by proxy from that snapshot, we're getting all of the wallet data of the people that we're sending tokens to. And that data is being stored. So then we can then delve into that data and pull out how much XRP they've got, how many trades they've done, how much the trade value is. I can even get where they're based in the world, but to the trading patterns. So we can get a lot more data than just whether they're a good trader or a bad trader.
Okay.
I have a question. Why is this method of tracking this type of data important? Like, how does this give a user of Buildx in the future, an advantage, or what? Go ahead, Aqua. What were you gonna say? Like,
No, I
what
was
is
gonna
this?
say, I think Lewis he's gonna answer your question.
Go ahead, Lewis. Yeah, sure.
Yeah. So touching up on what Matt was saying, categorizing, all of that. So it creates kind of like a characteristics based on those traders' moves, and it gives it pretty much like a personality, so to speak, within our system. Why is that important? Because everybody, you're ciphers, you're yourself. How you act on chain is only the way that you act on chain.
Mm-hmm.
How Mr. Aquaman moves and navigates on chain, there's a specific signature to that. And I could guarantee you, if I look through your history, I could pinpoint how you trade, what your personality type is on your wallet. So, with that analytics and having that back end, Buildx's trading dashboard is able to give you those direct insights real time. You pull up a ticker and it will already do all the analytics, behind it and give you the yay or nay on that token based on all of that machine learning data. Now I'm gonna jump the gun because we're already touching the spot about the data point, and I've already touched the surface of what Buildx's machine learning capability is going to be able to do. Now with Meowrp, to add an additional layer of utility behind Buildx's massive capacity to be able to just take data, process the data, sort the data, and be able to have it all compartmentalized, right? So what good is it having all of this data compartmentalized and organized, right? Just for the trading dashboard. It's good, but we could do more with it. That's where Meowrp comes in. Now, there's two phases of Meowrp. First of all, the first phase in which we partnered up with CM AI, which is Cookmaster AI. They are the one and only agent that I know of that is as smart and is as intellectual that could go on spaces and communicate directly with your audience. It answers several Cook-related questions, and that is the lore of the Cookmaster. So partnering up with them, we're going to be able to really fine tune our whole Meowrp ecosystem and our goals to arriving to becoming a full-on sentient AI agent. So the first phase, we have a very friendly Mew AI agent, sort of like speaking. So Mew, I don't know if you're a Pokemon lover, but
Of
for those
course.
of you who do know Pokemon, Mew is one of the most mystical creatures that ever existed in the games. You had the first two games that the Mew Pokemon would only be available if you knew how to glitch the game, and you were able to get that. The creator of the Mew character, the game, put the character in there about 2 weeks prior to the game being launched. So the owner of the company didn't even know that the Mew character was going to be a part of this whole Pokemon saga, or saga to begin with. So it comes with, you know, all these mystical powers and everything, and I really love the fact that it's got two versions of it. So you got Mew, which is this cute curiosity, in very mystical creature, fun, adorable, loving, and that's where our phase one of Meowrp is going to be at. Okay, and the purpose that it will serve is to come up, be friendly, talk to people. You could ask it questions in regards to the ledger. You could ask it simple questions or more complex questions. This first phase is going to be able to distinguish your level of complexity and understanding of the blockchain, in particularly XRPL, right? So you would be able to come up to it and be like, hey, Meow, I don't know what to look. Is there any tokens that's got an extreme amount of volume today? And it'll be able to respond to you in that, you know, curious manner, encouraging you to go ahead and explore, you know, tell you what to go on. So that's the first phase of Meowrp, and our goal is to make a sociable, interactable creature, and that's why, you know, the Pokemon and that whole idea comes in so perfectly, because it is a character that is very welcoming. Everybody is familiar with it. So when they see that agent, it almost like touches a little nostalgic feeling, and it brings you back into that calm, you know, state.
So let me ask you. So this first phase, it's being, you know, friendly. You can ask it questions about the ledger. Would you say that this first phase is making Meowrp like an XRPL expert, and I can ask it pretty much anything related to the XRPL?
Yeah.
And then when I'm speaking to it, I'm having, like, me as the consumer and playing with it, I'm having a lot more fun, because it's like this, you know, this you know, funny character that's like, you know, interacting with me as if I'm playing a video game, but like I'm learning something out of this as well, and I'm going to gain something out of this with knowledge, because this, again, this phase one has, you know, it's friendly. We can ask it questions, and you're saying it's going to be an XRPL expert then.
Yeah.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah.
I honestly think it's absolutely insane that you guys chose, you know, the Mew, because just like you said, it creates it's almost like every single Pokemon, you know, I use this term lightly because I am myself, but a nerd, right? We can come in, and if you're in crypto, and then at the same time, you're like, dang, I can interact with Mew in real time. Am I piecing this? Like, you see what I'm saying? Like, that's kind of awesome. Like, imagine a nerd that's been involved in Pokemon his entire life now knows that there's a sentient Mew version on the internet that they can go and talk to, that has its own personality, and almost, even if they wanted to, probably even build a relationship, you know, on the internet digitally with Meowrp. I mean, that's it's pretty insane.
Yeah. So that's
Very smart.
phase one.
Yeah. What's phase two? We got to get to
yeah.
phase two now.
So again, everything is about, you know, we spoke about a little bit about, you know, the token gated and everything. So phase one is really just that friendly. We want people to be able to add this bot into their Telegram, to be able to interact with it. We want people to, you know, want to have the Meowrp AI agent on their spaces. So you know, that's the ultimate goal with that first phase. It's going to be a free, you know, people just have access to it. We want people to just have access to it. And then the second phase is going to be our, Mew, so to speak. And just to be clear, we do not have any licensing for Pokemon. We are not affiliated with Pokemon. This is a fan-made art. All of the AI-generated art is fan-created. Our NFTs that are going to be coming out, they're all hand-drawn, and it's all inspired by Mew. But it is not Mew, and it is not at all copyrighted in. We didn't copy anything and just make it ours. So that's the thing, and that's why it's called Meowrp and not just Mew. I wanted to have a clear distinguish. It's just amazing to be able to have something that we could relate to and then bring it into the crypto. Exactly, inspired by.
I like that.
So without further ado, phase 2 is going to be the fully sentient Meowrp AI agent. And this agent is going to be where the meat of the bones is at. So what Matt is building with this machine learning data, like I said, we're going to have all this data all compiled and ready to go. And then Mew is going to be able to decipher and think about what is the important data that's all been compartmentalized that I need to be able to feed to the people that, have me working with them. So it'll come equipped with a buy, with a sell button, and then you be able to make those decisions, based on that information that it gives you right then and there. And that's essentially final form. It's going to be already deciphered information. It's going to be already thought about. Essentially, it's just a matter of, yes, I want to do it, or no, I don't want to do it. And that's going to be token gated. So you do need to have a specific amount of Meowrp tokens in order for you to have access to this, because it is going to be sensitive data. It's going to be very important data. We just don't want that to be open to everybody. And I think it overall benefits our community by having this agent being token gated. So you know what I mean. You got to get your.
It definitely weeds out. It definitely weeds out and separates the novice investor that's just here to play around, and then a token gate kind of gives you, okay, I want to go from the free version to I want to level up and actually dive into a more extensive version and feature, and that'll kind of separate the people that are here just to play around, and then the people that are serious about it. So I agree with you 110%.
Now, so like your guys' vision, putting these platforms together and putting this AI agent together, who is going to be your guys' target audience? Like who are you guys going after? What type of demographic mindset? Go ahead.
Anyone who wants to listen and wants to learn can come along. That's the good thing about the blockchain. Anybody can jump on and do it.
So I guess my other question would be this then, why would I want to come to Meowrp and Buildx when maybe I can ask these same questions to ChatGPT, for example? You know what I mean? So like, what is setting you guys aside from other similar tech that's out there? You know what I mean? And why, you know what I mean? Yeah, I guess you guys would know better.
I know what you're saying. For me, as a humble individual, I'd say nothing is setting us apart. We're all in the ecosystem together. Okay. You scratch my back, I scratch your back. That's my mentality. And I know that could be seen as, not selling my own product. But that's not the case. We're building because I needed something to be built for myself. So surely if I needed it, somebody else is going to need it. The airdrop system, the way in which I've built it, you don't need to go to a developer. You can, as an individual, you can come along to the retail version and do an airdrop yourself to anybody you want, as long as there's a trust line set up. Which then means that project owners can actually take their project seriously and not be scared about being able to get that distribution out there. And they're sat there with 400 million tokens, for example, or 30% of the supply, and trying to think, how the hell do I justify this? What do I do with it? Why are people having a go at me because I'm holding 30%? And then they panic and then they dump it. And that spiral just keeps going around.
So in a nutshell, the platform that you're building pretty much brings longevity and an ease of mind and security to people that are attempting to onboard a new project into this space, and gives them a sense of security into their community. Like, hey, I'm using the Buildx platform, which is going to alleviate the fear of me rug pulling you guys, which is a very big problem in the digital asset ecosystem. In a nutshell, right? Is kind of what the problem that's solving, in a way.
In a nutshell, yes. There's a lot more to it in in regards to the grand scheme of things. So if we were to take the user side out of it, we need the data to be able to power the back end. So the wallet data, the most logical way of getting that, instead of scraping it all from the on-chain, is to have people come along and call for a snapshot of a token that we can grade it. So imagine it as tiers. So your top tier is XRPL, then you've got your token. So that could be like Buildx, Meow, all of the Pongo, the Army, all of them. And we can say, well, actually, this has been called for 5,000 times this week. So yes, we're going to look into that and we're going to get the data from that. So we can grade it and rate it. And then we then start going granular into the data and start building up all this information. But the user side, we don't want people getting rugged. We don't want them getting scared of XRPL, because it's a fantastic platform and it's getting incorporated in so many financial institutions that it's mainstream more than what we believe it is at this point. We don't want to scare people away.
What? Okay. Yeah, I love that. I love the integrity that you guys got, and it speaks loudly. And I feel like people who have integrity are going to be around for the long haul. Now, I got another question for you, just to help the listeners. Wait, go ahead. You had something else?
Yeah.
Go ahead, Lewis. Go ahead.
Yeah, so that was why Buildx, a very humble opinion there. The reason why you would want to use the Meowrp agent, the first phase, in your chat is because the personality, the ease ability to be able to interact with it. We already see Cookmaster AI capability and the in-depth of what they've been able to build with this AI agent. So we're going to be the first agent that they're going to be creating for Meowrp. So that's due to the partnership. They see what we got going on. We like what they got going on, and we believe in what they're bringing to that XRPL so much so that this partnership came about. Again, this first phase of Meowrp was never a part of the roadmap. So through this partnership, we now have this AI agent that's going to be friendly, like I said, relatable, curious. It sparks curiosity, and it sparks the urge to want to explore into the XRPL. And that would be the reason why you would want to use this agent in your group chat or, wherever it is.
And the partnership with Cookmaster, for those that don't know, Cookmaster is its own sentient being. And I seen a video of it like 2 days ago of it speaking in a live X, right? And had a voice, had a personality, and was interacting with human beings on that X live call. So this partnership is going to bring that sentient life to Meowrp, to where in the future we're going to see Meowrp possibly on a live with us like we are now. Huh?
No, it's not possibly. It's
we are. We will.
We are.
We
it's
will.
gonna happen. That's part of phase one. That's what I'm trying to say. Like phase one is locked in. This is going to be worked on. It's going to get launched. I don't have an exact date and time frame of when it's going to get, but we are definitely in queue to get the personality, the characteristics of the agent trained.
Okay. Now, so can you tell us, can you guys share what's in the works and the roadmap? Do you guys have a roadmap for the next 6 to 12 months?
think Matt had something. Go ahead, Matt.
Yeah, so we've got roadmap. It's on our website. But I've just had to send a message. My son's car's just been smashed into, so I'm going to have to jump off because I need to go and find him. And
Yeah,
find
no
out
worries, no worries.
Yeah, no problem.
Your family business. That's crazy, man.
Apologize.
No, 100%, man.
This man
Go
over
ahead.
here knows everything.
Go handle that. Go
Hopefully
handle
he's
that,
safe.
brother.
Yeah. Family first, brother.
Yeah, we'll get in contact with you at a later date, man. Go take care of your family. That's so crazy. Life happens, man.
Yeah.
Life happens. Real quick, while we're taking a break, because that was a crazy intermission, we might as well take it here. We have 1,200 people on the call, so really do appreciate you guys for tapping in. If you guys are just recently tapping in today, we had Matt from Buildx, who unfortunately just had a situation aroused where he's got to go handle some family things. And then we also have Lewis from Meowrp. So we're going to continue to dive into these insights. But again, just really do appreciate you guys for tapping in. Keep in mind that none of this is financial advice. I am going to ask if Lewis here can tell us how, if anybody is interested, because I am myself into getting some of this Meowrp, if you could kind of walk through that. We did have a question in the chat real quick before I hand it back to Mr. Auckland. We continue down the rabbit hole. How, you mentioned not a paywall, but kind of a gate in order to access certain features. Do you have an idea, if you can even release that, on how much, Meowrp you would need to access the platform, or what digital asset you're going to require in terms of,
So just logistically and logically thinking here, we launched a token with 500 million tokens. Right off the bat, I burned 50 million tokens. So there's only 450 million tokens in circulation. Buildx has, I believe, still 80 million tokens in the treasury. And that's for, centralized exchanges, listings, marketing, partnerships, whatever the case may be. We do have that set aside. So there's roughly, I think, like close to 300 million tokens out in the market available, so it's not that much. So I can't make it an extremely amount to be able to access this. But I will tell you, it's going to be anywhere between the 1 and the 5 million range in order for you to have access to this agent in the future.
And would you say, as the price goes up in the future, that number would come down, or is that number going to be locked in, and in the future you would legitimately need, no matter what the price was?
I think as a project leader and dev, I think it would be a bad idea in order for me to put myself in like a definitive box. Because if it does, start bringing immense amount of value to people, and people really find the information that our agent is able to provide, and they're able to, get themselves into a better financial situation because of it, then automatically we would expect that Meowrp price, would correlate with the success and with the usability of the agent, because at the end of the day, we are a meme coin, and we are a utility meme coin on top of that. So if the utility use case is proving its point, and it's proving to do exactly what we set out to do, and it's bringing value, it'll correlate to the price. So to answer your question, I think it will definitely depend on the user base. If we have a lot and the price of Meow is too high, then I want to do definitely have like a certain amount of users, though. I don't want this to be accessible to everybody.
Yeah. All right, cool. Well, I got a couple other questions here for you. So right now, I've heard of you guys as an AI agent. I've heard of Cookmaster. Is there anybody else that you're aware of that's going to be like a direct competitor to you guys that are on the XRPL right now?
Direct competitor, I don't think so. Because like I said, I set out this idea from the jump to be different than all the other agents. How are we different? How is the phase 2 Meowrp agent different? Is that it's not just grabbing data from the ledger. It's grabbing data that has been processed and sorted and categorized wallet by wallet into Buildx's platform. So, you know what I mean? The hard work is already going to be done. And it's a matter of being able to have our agent decipher what is going to be the most alpha data that we could push out based on this already categorized information. So, any other agent, let's just whatever agent out there, like Ward, they're coming out with their own AI agent. It's going to be somewhat like providing information about the ledger and everything like that. But again, providing an agent that is just being able to grab data from from the XRPL ledger, that to me is exciting.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
You know what I mean? I could go on virtuals. There's 1,000,001 agents that I could hire that could scan ledgers and all those things.
Yeah.
So this is where I think it's the most valuable asset. It's going to be where the data set is coming from and how that data is sorted. So,
and then would you say like, so anybody who uses Meowrp and this Buildx platform, would you say depending on the questions they ask, they're going to have a different experience from the other? Or is Meowrp going to be more like forthcoming and kind of share with you all the knowledge, all the alpha knowledge, as if like, you know how your buddy comes over and you're trying to share a bunch of alpha knowledge about crypto with them? You know what I mean? Or would I have to ask the right questions to get that information out of Meow? You know what I mean?
So because Meowrp is, and you just, it's not done yet. So we could always, improve on it. So with your input that you just gave me, it's going to be this alpha AI agent. It's going to be either via Discord or Telegram. So as you're able to have conversations, what I would love for it to do is record all of those conversations with all of those people that are conversing with it, because we already know that, you're token gated. So you're not accessing this agent if you don't have enough tokens. So you're already serious about the interactions and sharing those good information. So what if I could compile all of those conversations and then create a super real alpha, ordeal where everybody is like inputting this alpha into it. And we know as a community, this information doesn't get out because it's token gated, and we could feed it to each other, So yeah.
So, and then on the X account too, is that you running it, or is that the AI agent itself running it?
So the X account, currently, we do not have any AI agent capacity running Meowrp. The only AI input that we have had with Meowrp thus far has been some of the image creation. Like I said, from the initial point, it was to create a sentient AI agent. And not having the coding tools, development tools to be able to get that all done from the beginning, I've slowly been creating these relationships, solidifying where exactly we're going to be getting our data from. How is this sentient agent going to come to life? What are the phases and what are the plans to, get it done? So
when do you see later on down the road, if you can even project that far into the future, the Meowrp actually taking over? Just to go back to the builder relationship that we talked about, where using a target audience of Pokemon users who are comfortable and familiar with that, they can come and interact with the AI agent itself and not be getting responses from you, but instead responses from Meowrp. Where do you see that down the road, if you can project that?
I would say less than 3 months.
So relatively soon, right?
Yep.
With it, let's say this year, right?
Yeah.
This year.
Definitely this year we're gonna have phase 1 done. I think I'm shooting for the full sentient version by the end of this year, along with the meme launchpad. So that's another thing that we haven't touched upon. But we are creating a meme launchpad. It's called Meow rp.fun. Currently, we just have a landing page. I do have it orchestrated in my mind on how I would like to get the system set up. There is a lot of things that, as Matt touched upon, with launching a token, you have the XP market where they hold, your tokens for 24 hours. Then you have First Ledger where you launch a token and the devs get access to the tokens right away. And majority of the times it's rugged or whatever the case may be. Being from different chains, I've had the ultimate experience of going through launches on Avalanche, on Pump.Fun, on Virtuals, and all of these great things. So there is plenty of things and aspects that I really do love about the Pump Fun. And there's some really, really horrible aspects that I hated about it. And then on the virtual side of things, there's some really amazing aspects that I really loved, about having an agent marketplace. And then I want to be able to bridge both of them together in a manner where Buildx is also being incorporated into the mix. Meaning if a meme token is launched through us, we're going to have the direct guidance in path to get them to like that $1 million market cap. This is going to include, go ahead.
Oh, I was just going to say, have you guys publicly announced this, or is this the first time that you're telling the public this? Because that's big news. Like, I don't know. Like,
yeah.
That's really bullish, dude.
You just heard he just said they're launching a platform. Is that the first time that you've publicly said that, or?
No, it's been out there. It's just like, again, it's one of these things where I'm not focused on the buzzwords. I'm not focused on, creating the hype. As you could see, if you take a look at our chart, it went from, the 800 market cap. It was sitting there for like 10 days. Nothing, no movement. It was just, you know what I mean? So now look at where we're at now. It's like I've been open and I've been transparent as a developer from day one on my mission and what I'm going to set out to do for Meowrp. Look at where we've come. Look at the relationship I've built, and look at, how far the map and the project has come from just being an idea and partnering up with Gronk on Twitter to be able to launch a meme coin on First Ledger. So,
what are your thoughts too over on virtuals? Because I heard the founder, or I heard somebody else, another founder of another AI agent podcast I was listening to. He said it was like $300,000 to launch an AI agent on virtuals, just in fees and all that stuff. So, what are your thoughts on that? Like, you think that's a good amount, or that's too expensive?
It depends, really, because if you think about all of the APIs that you need to invest in to begin with, in order for you to be able to push out a lot of these development tools, just the one platform that we all use, Twitter. Do you know how much it costs to get a API for Twitter to be able to just run, and get all
a lot
that?
of money. It's a lot of money. I've looked into that. It's money.
Yeah.
Quite a bit.
So for, if you're a individual project and you're trying to get started, that's impossible, right? So if Virtuals is able to provide all of that good tooling and accessibility, so GitHub, the APIs for Twitter, all of that stuff, if they could combine all of that API and make that available for all of these project developers, I don't think that's expensive, because majority of those agents that are launching on there are going to be those top dog agents. Those are the people, those are the agents that are leading the way. Those are the mega brains that are really thinking way outside of the box and in implementing it. And it's being put up on virtuals, on base, on a chain that isn't commonly known by everybody. Take a look at the volume of base, bro. You know what I mean? It's just like, it's there, but not a lot of people know about it. And I think you're only on the base chain if you're a big techie, if you're aware of what's going on, or else why are you on base? You know what I mean? So that's where I feel like the transition. So everything is being built and established on the base network. It's all the road is getting laid out. Everything is getting done. And then once those are pretty much all finalized in its final form, proven to be success, proven that they're being hired by real companies and everything like that, I think that's when the wave is going to everywhere.
And let me ask you this too, like the phase 2, when you guys, finalize that cook master relationship and you bring that sentient to Meowrp, do you see Meowrp also being able to like converse with other AI agents that like I may have, like maybe I have like 4 other AI agents, right? But my 5th AI agent, Meowrp, I need it to be able to speak to these other 4 AI agents. Is that something that you guys are working on and something that you visualize as well?
Yeah. So I believe the AI agent is run on a machine on its own. So when, like, let's say if we had Cookmaster agent on here, I would be able to have Meowrp agent on here, and we would
Okay.
both be able to have a 6-way conversation between all 4 of us here, and then the 2 AI agents, and they'll be able to respond and talk with one another and understand what each other are saying. So
That is so
yeah.
trippy that is even a possibility. Like, could you like just 2 years ago, 2 years ago, this was unfathomable. Like it literally sometimes I have a hard time processing it because I've been telling people that this is going to happen and been called crazy by family members, by friends, by peers, by individuals on the internet, all like this ain't going to happen. This is it's so Ready Player One, and we are here right now in the moment. It's unfolding. So I look forward to having conversations with AI agents because I don't think people understand. Like I mentioned earlier, the individual from Virtual is talking about how they're going to build out an entirely new country and the AI agent population is going to supersede the human population. You're not going to want to not have a good stack of AI agents in your back pocket that you can participate with and interact with and know what the heck they do to give you an advantage, because people are going to get so wrecked that don't.
And
It's like literally, let me put it this way. We humans have been the apex predator for the past thousands, couple thousand, 100,000, whatever years, right? We've been the permanent apex predator. Physically, AI is not the next AI or apex predator, but mentally and digitally, AI is about to be the new apex predator. So you better get hit. That's all I'm going to say, because
yeah,
it's crazy.
Nah, that's super facts, dude. Lewis, I feel like we've asked you some really good questions. Is there anything I haven't asked you that you want everyone that's tapped in to know about Meowrp and Buildx? Is there anything else that you would love to share with us today to help us better understand everything that maybe I missed? You know what I mean? Is there anything else you want to get off your chest?
I think most of all is first, if you're a developer and you're learning how to code, you want to explore the Web3. I urge you and I challenge you to just get up and do it. Go break something, because you never know. You could be building the very next tool that could be helping hundreds, if not millions, of people. So yeah, don't be scared. Don't be fearful. If I was fearful and scared of not being able to handle or manage the challenges that comes with being able to do a project like this, I wouldn't be where I'm at right this second. And this last month, although it seems like it's been like 2-3 months, 4 months, has just been really, really fast. There's been a lot of work being put in. But the connections, the relationships that I've been able to build with the incredible people, different mindsets, I think that's one of the most crucial, things that I've been able to gain and learn. And that's really what what I want to leave with is just I encourage all those people that are scared. I'm
Yeah.
gonna lose money.
I think now more so than adopting the technology and learning about the technology and educating yourself, it's probably the most important time in history to start networking with the right groups of people, because like you mentioned, the relationships digitally, I met Aquaman, and what him and I have created has spiraled into partnerships and agreements and virtual connections that will last lifetimes. And you know, here we are sitting on the internet together talking about developments, and this all happened digitally because, like you mentioned, we're not afraid to take initiative and take steps towards the overall vision and plan, which is to help individuals while at the same time helping ourselves grow and interact with this new Web3 ecosystem that is going to evolve faster than most people can even fathom. So I'll end with that as well. Network right now, network, connect, reach out to people, ask for help. If you don't understand something, go on Twitter, get in the comments and ask, you know, Meowrp on Twitter, hey, does this do this? How do I get this token? What's that? You know, start educating yourself. Because I hear this all the time. Education is power, information is power. That is wrong. Education and information is only powerful when it's implemented properly, right? So if you can sit there, all these books behind me, I could sit here and I could read every single one of these books, but they're not going to do anything for me unless I take that information and I physically apply it to my everyday life. I take action on that information, that education. So, you know, I encourage you guys to take initiative to do that. Aqua, Kev, go ahead.
Now I'll give it over to Kev. We haven't heard anything from Kev. I don't know if
yeah, I was gonna Buildx and Meowrp sound like the pump fund for XRPL. Honestly, it sounds like they're trying to make a safer place for people who want to, like, you know, trade cryptocurrency and not get wrecked. Like, you know, on Solana, it's like you can drink a coffee and turn around and boom, it's over. So I understand, and the fact that I didn't even know that if you create a project on the XRPL that you have to wait 24 hours to get your tokens.
Well, just to be clear, it's on XP Market.
Right.
So that is a particular exchange or DEX, right? On First Ledger, which is its own thing, you get your tokens right away.
Right.
And you have one other place that I know of that is very, very famous. It's called X Magnetic. I think you guys are very familiar with that, with the pools.
Yep.
That's where you could also launch your token. That one I can't speak on what their distribution is, but I know that those three are three great places in which you can launch your token.
Yeah, but that's a great feature to have, that 24-hour hold. That brings a lot of confidence to an investor, honestly.
Right. Yeah, that's
yo, lastly too, but I just want to ask you this, because this was something that I've been thinking about, you know, because with AI agents, I've been like, why the hell would I buy meme coins right now when these AI agents got like real utility and do things, right? Like, what, like with my awareness now, I don't think I want to buy meme coins. But the more and more I'm understanding these AI agents, you know, and let me know if you think I'm way off, but I'm thinking once the people start catching on to AI agents, these armies of people that are behind these certain meme tokens that don't have any utility, all they got is an army behind them. These guys are going to start using their own money to create AI agents to go do, I don't know, X, Y, and Z for that particular meme token. So I see in the future the people bringing utility to the meme tokens. What's your vision on that? That's mine. I don't know if I'm wrong, but
yeah, no, I like your you know where your head is at. I think there is marketplaces currently right now on I think there's a couple on Solana. There's definitely on virtuals where you could just go in there and create your own agent, and that agent will, you know, handle your social media for you. So I think for a lot of these projects, if, you know, they don't have any, you know, backbone to it, it's just a meme, I think that's going to be a amazing use case for it. Give the meme a character, give the meme a personality, give a meme, you know, somebody that people could interact with.
Hey, like team them up with Cookmaster. Now it's a sentient, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Meme token. It can talk and interact with us. So yeah.
I think too that I'd say a lot of people right now I see a lot of people fall victim to is thinking that every asset in their portfolio or that they are invested in is going to perform well in the future. And what people really truly need to understand is that we are still in the phase of the adoption curve where we are going to be picking winners and losers. The market naturally, excuse me, not we, but the market naturally is going to be picking winners and losers. And so it would behoove you, again, just based off of historical events and the way that this market has been shaped over the past consecutive couple of years, to gravitate towards assets that, like Meowrp, I'm not, pushing that you guys go get it or add it to your portfolio by any means, but that have some type of meme aspect to it, but that can also provide real world value and utility, because it gives a broader sense of longevity to it and sustainability, and, like Aqua said, real value. And those are probably going to be, again, it's not guaranteed, but the most likely ones to survive the broad spectrum of winners and losers and which ones actually come out on top. Because, like you said, man, I mean, I couldn't imagine once these AI agents really start to take off, holding a meme coin that has no intrinsic value and just what do you want to call it, a biased community, or what are they called? What's the word I'm looking for? They like,
I don't even know. My bad. I would help you.
Like a cult community?
I'm trying to think.
I think
Yeah, a cult.
bias.
Yeah, like a cult
okay.
vibe. Like if that's all the demand that's driving said meme coin, eventually over time, when that cultish community sees that there's another community and they're like, oh, okay, that it's a cult community behind it in the meme aspect, but then it also has a utility aspect to it, they're going to gravitate towards the utility naturally, because the utility is going to outperform the cult 100-fold in the long run. So, just understand that right now, every asset that you hold in your portfolio could perform well short term, but long term, it's going to be about utility, intrinsic value, real world use case, and whatever asset or blockchain or niche you're invested in or involved with does for the user, right? So yeah, I thought that I'd bring that. I have your X profile pulled up, by the way, for anybody that's wondering, anybody that doesn't know what we're talking about. You guys, these individuals here, they got 1,200 followers. We have 1,500 people on the call right now, so let's try and get them to 2,000 followers on X. Go give them a follow, and just go tap in with them virtually, and you guys can, ask any questions that you may have if you had something to say, Lewis.
Yeah, I am trying to get this uploaded here, but I do have the slideshow for Buildx. It pretty much is going to be the combination of everything there, and then I got one other picture that I would, we could leave off with,
Cool.
And I think it'll be a great. Let me just see here. Where is it?
There should be a little button down at the bottom that says present.
Yep. Got that desktop.
While we're waiting for him to share screen, everybody listening in, appreciate you guys so much for tapping in with us today. 1,500 people on the call. It was so extraordinary to have this conversation, this opportunity to sit down with individuals that are, pioneers in this space and really putting their hearts and minds on the line to build something of value for people in the XRPL community. So it's a great time to be alive. It's a great time to get involved. And even if, Meowrp doesn't gravitate towards your attention and what you want to add to your portfolio or get involved with, I still encourage you to go learn about AI agents and educate yourself on the transformative wave of this technology and the power that it has to add, as Aqua said at the beginning of the call, an extension to yourself to pretty much enhance your capabilities and your strategy and your approach in these markets to scale generational wealth like we've never seen before. Were you able to bring that up?
Yep, sharing it now.
Sweet. There we go.
Oh, this is so dope.
All right. Let's see here. Just gotta figure out. There it is. Full screen here. File view.
It looks good right now, bro.
All right. Perfect.
Okay. Yeah, that's even better for sure.
Yep. So this is Buildx, essentially, and this is going to be our little presentation here. It's going to pretty much just go over exactly what we pretty much discussed here. Just to pretty much wrap everything up and bring everything back together. There's a lot of information. We spoke about AI technology. We spoke about the different agents, market conditions, and where we see the overall market heading towards. So without further ado, we're going to bring it all back together here. So Buildx is a next-gen platform empowering users with tools, trading, token distribution, and community engagement. And then we got the About Us. You guys had the pleasure of meeting Matt, our lead dev. We got myself here, Urban Legends, otherwise known to you guys now as Lewis. Our core focus since the very beginning has been all about transparency and trust. And the way that we've been able to do that and show that to our community has just been being extremely transparent. All of our wallets are displayed live on our website. So if there's any other movements going on, you guys always have the availability to be able to view that. Then we got this is our mission. Our goal is to get the most innovative project on the ledger for 2025, which is really big for us, being that, we came from such humble beginnings, and there is so much tools that we have within our arsenal, which leads us to our next slide here. What is the Buildx ecosystem? So as we said it, we got the trading dashboard. That's going to give you AI-powered insights to prevent you from being in rug pulls or bad actors. Why does this help out new users? And why is this important for the XRPL? Well, we have some of the best holders in the industry. We've been through extreme turmoil, and the XRPL holders have shown nothing but resilience and the ability to be able to withstand such troubled times. So it would be extremely, extremely devastating and disappointing to see the first ledger, finally starting to be active and the volume get up there. And there is no tools to prevent, our holders from just willingly losing their XRP. So that's why the trading dashboard is important. And we feel like it's going to be a crucial part of this growth. Then we have the airdrop tool, which Matt spoke about, but it makes it efficient, customizable. You're able to see different analytical side of your community. I know we didn't touch base upon this, but if you're a streamer or you're somebody who does live YouTubing and you want to reward your listeners, you'd be able to have a link and they'll be able to, of course, create their wallet, set their trust line. But at the end of your live session, you'd be able to go ahead and reward those people. Now those people have just become all part of your community. You're not going to be giving them thousands of dollars. Could be $1, it could be pennies, but they now are able to touch, feel, and be a part of you. And then we have our Bubble Bot, which is our interactive token exploration system. It's got swanky charts. So what that is being able to attract these wallets. So you got a major token on here that it gives you, insight, the market cap. So if you're doing your research just on a macro level and you want to visually see what's going on, this is what the Bubble Bot is great for. And then you'll be able to dive into it deeper, and you'll be able to see the transactions to wallets and see the wires connecting with everything. And then last but not least, we want to be pioneers in the payroll service when it comes to making payments to projects, and in the very future, not anytime this year or next year, hopefully next year, but would be some payroll services. That's my goal and aspiration. I come from a background of accounting, and I do have an extreme, extensive experience with payrolling and running those operations. So I think it'll be cool to have a option for companies like myself. I own several small businesses, to opt in to be able to pay my employee in crypto. Now, my employee ultimately has that decision. Do I want to get paid in crypto or do I want to get paid in fiat? And then at that point, that's what that is. But very, very early stages, do not get into it because of the trading platform, okay? I mean, the payroll dashboard. don't get into it because of the payroll services. This is something that's very aspiring. We have the capability to do it. We have the tools. And that's why we put that on there. So this goes into a deeper little insight. I'm not going to read everything, but we got real-time insights, AI-powered analytics, customizable widgets. So for those of you who like trading and like having different charts up on your screen, our customizable widgets allows you to open, minimize, increase in size, and have several different charts however you want it on your dual screens. So yeah, multi-screen support, and then comprehensive metrics. Oh, no, that's not what I wanted to do. I'm almost done here. Sorry, guys.
No, you're good. I'm enjoying this, and I know everyone that's watching is enjoying this as well. Love visuals.
Perfect. All right. So, and then we got Meowrp. So this is the AI-driven insights. We've essentially covered a great deal of what Meowrp agent is going to do, what our mission is. So we got the 2 phases. Just to reiterate, phase 1 is going to be very community driven, and the whole goal and purpose is essentially to educate people and make learning about the XRPL very fun and engaging, in a way where, you know, it's not dreading, it's not confusing. It'll stoop down to the level of your understanding, so it makes sure that you fully comprehend what you're asking about. And then the second form, or phase 2, which is going to be that fully sentient AI that's going to scour through Buildx's database that we have, and it's going to be able to decipher which data is going to be most important to be able to share with you, the holder. And then one of our greatest memes or displays of our capability of being able to capture a mimetic moment that happens in real time is our creation of external revenue service. Within the last 3 days of external revenue service online, we've amassed over 2 million impressions, and the followers have just increased. I think we're just shy of 30,000 followers. And this is, again, in a matter of 3 days of the Twitter. We've switched up our strategy, and we've hit a nice vine. So capturing a mimetic moment, and if you guys go directly to XRP.com, you could witness and feel for yourself exactly the type of level of website development that we're going to be able to offer. So not only is this to showcase Buildx's capability of being able to manage several tokens. So again, we have Buildx, we have Meowrp, and now we have ERS, right? And ERS is just that perfect example of mimetic, what is possibility, and what we want to be able to see out of projects that launch on Meowrp.fun. We are proving our proof of concept with the airdrops. We are proving that we could create a mechanism in which it works, and we could get the whole community behind. So what is our whole idea behind this? So we put the same amount of tokens out there as the U.S. national debt, which I believe is about $37 trillion. And the fun, community-driven concept and goal is to essentially eliminate the U.S. or eliminate our ERS supply before the United States government could eradicate the national debt. Why is this important? Why is it, catching everybody's attention? I don't think there is enough people that are really comprehensive of just how big and outrageous our national debt is. And there isn't really much light or understanding of a path, a direct path in which the United States can go ahead and start eliminating some of that national debt, other than, what Trump has started doing. And the more and more he talks about the external revenue services, we expect our account, the social media account, to just continue to grow in overall community size, mematics, all around IRS, all this perfect time season. But but with ERS, we're not looking to just, you know, be a meme token. We're going to be the token in which all blockchains could get behind. And there is a burning mechanism to it. So I believe last week we burned 1 trillion tokens out of circulation. So and this was due to several community members throwing in to burn, and then also, you know, we burn from our supply as well. Yeah. And some of our achievements, our market cap, we're well over 1 million market cap. At the time of making this, we were at 581,000 market cap. Meowrp's market cap was sitting at 114,000 market cap. And I believe, if I'm not mistaken, ERS's market cap was hanging out at $90,000 dollars market cap. On today's date, we got Meowrp at 240,000 market cap. We have Buildx hanging out strongly at $1 million market cap. And we have ERS strongly at its floor of 201,000 market cap. So I think overall, as an organization, we have been doing very well in managing our assets, managing our community, and making sure that we stay the course to continue to grow and push forward.
I like that, man. Thank you. Thank you for that presentation. I like that you continue to remind people that you guys are community driven. And I really like Matt's story about how he had the opportunity to pretty much rug everybody in because of a pretty much a lucky accident. He stumbled upon the ability to not to, and then communicated with the community and decided to just stay community driven. And that, I mean, I don't know, openly saying that, I feel like one and within itself is a big story, because it just gives a public display that he had the ability to completely, you know,
Facts.
do what a lot of people do in this community and chose not to, which just shows that he's a good wholehearted person that's built this out and is community driven. And like you mentioned too, XRP holders in the XRP army, whom in which I've been a part of, you know, since 2017. They're a very strong community-based, mentally driven community that can withstand a lot of trials and tribulations. And so if, you know, you can present to that community that you're a trustworthy individual, you pretty much have the whole entire army backing you. Because once one comes, they pretty much all come. So yeah, I see a very bright future for you guys if you continue to stay that path. And I'm happy to be on board with you guys as well, giving you all our platform here at the Wealth 28 Club to you know, enlighten people on what you guys are building. Aqua, what were you going to say, brother?
No, I was just going to ask, are you guys going to eventually get the check mark on XP Market and then eventually put yourselves on like Coin Market Cap and CoinGecko?
Yeah, so we with Buildx, we had actually applications for the CoinGecko terminal. So I don't think we were, for whatever reason, I think it was the volume. But we have since redirected that, so we shouldn't have any issues with any volume-based requirements from those places. But we do have plans to get listed on there. I believe if you go on Gecko Terminal, which is, you know, where you get to see more of the charts, you're able to pull up Buildx already. So whatever did happen, something went halfway through. It just didn't make it all the way on to the CoinGecko main page. But something was happening in the back end. But yeah, we definitely do have plans to get in. So Meowrp's page just got updated. Our next goal is to get the blue ticker on XP Market.
Okay.
And then just essentially getting our blue ticker on X as well. Getting more of a verification feel. But you know, with Meowrp, there's no rush. This is an AI agent. I want this to be the best performing agent that I could possibly bring to the market. And you know, it's just that.
Well, Lewis, man, you've been great. I really appreciate you coming up today and chatting with myself and Cypress. I don't have any more questions. I don't know if Cypress has any last ending questions for you, but yeah, man, it's been amazing and a true pleasure to have spoken with you today in front of everybody.
No questions, man. But I definitely look forward to having a conversation once you guys move forward with the different phases of Meowrp and having, what do we refer to, a him or her? Like, what do we, just the agent, or having them on board? Bottom line, to
Yeah.
honest to God, I would love for us to be one of those platforms that once that feature launches and once you guys get to that phase, to be one of the very first individuals that gets to have a live call. We'd love to give you our audience. We have, right now, as of time of recording, about 1,600 people listening to this live on Twitter. This will be probably pinned on some of our profiles, especially over on the CYPRX research page. Combined, we have over 80,000 followers, so I'm sure a buttload of people will see this recording. So yeah, I'd love to have that on board in the future. But yeah, I appreciate your time, man. I love the insights, and I'm sure that we had so many other questions that didn't get asked or thrown out today, but over time, I'd love to have you on another call as this industry matures. And like we mentioned, just continuing to build networks and relationships. And you're definitely one of those individuals that I'd like to keep in my circle, man, moving forward. Because yeah, I really enjoyed all your responses today. So I appreciate you for having you on. Real quick before I give it to you, Lewis, just to say bye to the people. Again, if you guys don't follow Lewis and Meowrp over on X, make sure that you guys do so. I just had their profile up. It's just, if I'm not mistaken, let me just make sure I have the handle right, so that way you guys have it. I'll share.
Oh, he dropped down.
Yeah.
He'll be back right now, I'm sure, hopefully.
I think he clicked leave studio by accident.
Yeah, he'll be back right now. I'm gonna text him right now too, saying, "Hey, bro, you accidentally left." I'm sure he knows though.
I heard you guys the whole time. Sorry, I
Oh,
pressed
there
the
he is.
button. I got this like super advanced mouse, and I pressed the back button, and it took me out. So here is their X profile. If you guys want to go give them a follow, you're more than welcome to, at meow_rp. So just make sure that you guys go check them out. As always, we appreciate you guys for coming in. If any of you guys want to tap in, I got to give a shout out to the CYPRX Well 28 Club and all the listeners that are from the club listening in. Everybody in the private CYPRX Discord, this was just such a phenomenal opportunity to tap into these nascent, brand new, fresh opportunities in this market to capitalize on things that are evolving in the space in the now. If you guys want to learn more about AI agents, DeFi, how to get involved, again, you don't have to expose your capital in this space. I encourage you guys to start your educational process. Go through the mentorship program in the Wealth 28 Club. There's over 200 private video breakdowns enlightening you on DeFi opportunities in the now and future DeFi opportunities that we discuss and talk about in our private Zoom calls that you guys also have access to as a Wealth 28 Club member. We'd love to have you on the team. Lewis, man, if you have anything for the people before you hop off, go ahead and say it now, man.
Yeah, first of all, I just want to say thank you to each and every single one of you individuals that, took the time to tune in to Mr. Aquaman here in Cyprus. Kudos to you guys. You guys are on your A game. You guys are out there on the field trying to bring real devs, real people, real project owners, in front of your community. And I think there couldn't be another testament of just how devoted you guys are and how important it is to, be on top of your game with your research, so you guys could have your community benefit, the most. So without further ado, thank you guys for the amazing hard work that you guys do. If you guys can create that referral link, you definitely got me. I'll be sending everybody over to you guys to learn about DeFi, learn everything crypto, man. You guys are amazing people. And I really think that, the community gains a lot from following gentlemen like you guys. So cheers to you.
I appreciate
that, Lewis, man. Yeah, everybody, blessings to you guys. As always, we'll see you guys on the next episode. Next week, by the way, we got Codex coming on board, another platform that is going to be building out massive things in the future. So that's going to be next Friday, if I'm not mistaken. And then you guys just heard from Lewis in the future when they launch different phases of Meowrp. We can have them on board and talk to a live AI agent, which is just going to be so fun. I'm super stoked about that. Like, honest to God, I'm like chilled about it. But yeah, definitely look forward to that in the future. You guys check out our announcements on Twitter and X. If you guys don't follow us, make sure that you do so, and we'll see you guys next time. Lewis, if you want to stick around in the back end for a second after I hit end stream, I'd love to holler at you for a minute, man. But yeah, everybody, blessings to you guys, and we'll see you guys next time.
Much love, everybody.
Much love. Take it easy.